I think any young Egyptian would necessarily be able to identify with what are the kind of gaps that exist in education in Egypt, or the education system in Egypt. It's a system that is a bit, let's say, old school in a way. And I believe that through this organization we can start playing a role in filling the gaps that exist and taking an active role in building a brighter future generation of youngsters. I think this can necessarily happen through AIESEC in a way, or through our project Enlighten Me, through bringing not only that kind of new perspective on education, but also even bringing an international perspective of education.
We have this belief that if you have a plan for 1 year, you can just farm rice. If you have a plan for 10 years, you can start farming trees. But if you have a plan for 100 years, then educate. Because the seeds that we currently have in the country, the people that are soon to be the leaders of the country, need to be equipped with the sort of knowledge, with the sort of intellect that is capable to make them not only autonomous learners, but more of aware of their capabilities, aware of their surroundings.
The best thing that I learned in this project is that you don't have to speak their language to understand them and to communicate. Sometimes just a smile or some funny thing or just making a joke, they can relate to you and they can feel your love and they can learn from it.
It's so good, you know, to play with the kids, to teach them, and by the end of the day, sometimes they make a little heart and give to you, and this is so thankful. I feel so blessed to be here in Egypt.
We invite volunteers from over 130 countries to help us empower the society, make it in a better place by educating young people in Egypt.
So it's not only about, for example, education on languages, so I'm a foreigner, so I'll educate on a language, or giving that kind of perspective. This is necessarily the norm, but it's also more about the depth of the conversations that a person from another country, a person from another background would be able to bring to the dialogue of a young Egyptian that is necessarily enclosed in a certain bubble and that has a certain scope of thinking that is usually limited by society, limited by norms, limited by how our educational systems were built.